And what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome into week number 8. Like I said, going to be a good one, and we are starting off with a huge divisional matchup here. So this is going to start off great. Again, I apologize for any lisping that I'm doing tonight. I have a tooth removed, and yeah, you're going to hear some lisping from time to time. Bear with that. I do apologize. Feel free to laugh at it at any time necessary, because I'm doing it constantly. So anyways, like I said, huge matchup about to start here. Let me get you guys the split link into both of their channels, because you are going to want to see this as live as it can possibly be. So, here's the split link. This will get you into both Wolv21 on the left-hand side's channel and Slackaholicus on the right. Again, that's your New York Football Giants and your Philadelphia Eagles facing off for the second time this year. Slack on the right-hand side, 6-0, undefeated so far this season, looking to hang on to that, be one of the two remaining. Wolv on the left-hand side has lost once to Slack already this year, needs this win to move a little bit closer to him in the division. Right now, Slack is up by 2 games. Wolv can close that to 1 and make it a lot closer division right here. Otherwise, Slack can start walking away. So this is a huge one between these two. So again, get into both of those channels. Excuse me again, sorry about that. But again, welcome in, guys. Week number 8 about to get started anytime these two are ready. And again, let me get the list of what's going on here. We race Isaac, best 2 out of 3 through the Womb 2. So again, whoever takes out Mom's Hard first is going to get a point at the bottom of the screen where you see the zeros. And again, we do best 2 out of 3, so we're going to have to do it twice. We'll reset them both as soon as that happens, though. Here you see the listing of banned items. Nobody can take those that you see. Real quick, we got them off and running. Good luck to both racers. Sorry about the delay between the two. That's just the way it works. Ooh, really? We're going to reset Sack Dagger. Wow. All right, so a couple of resets. We'll get back to what they get in a moment. Either way, you cannot take Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Ipecac, Dead Sea Scrolls, Holy Bible, the Shovel, Toothpicks being the exception. You can or cannot take them. You can re-roll them if you want to. Nobody's taken them yet this year. We'll get to reasons why on all those items if and when we see them. Again, though, speaking of items, we got Slack. Ooh, that's good, though. Here we go, Mom's Bra. So we got one of these two off and running, and it is Slackaholicus, your undefeated racer on the right side. So he's going to be moving on along first. He's got Mom's Bra, which will freeze everything in the room in place. Excuse me, for about 5 to 7 seconds. Wolv, on the other hand, on the left, is going to take the remote detonator. You see, he got 5 extra bombs, and just like you would think, he can place them down and then with his space button, detonate them whenever he wants to. So they don't explode on their own anymore. Here you see Headless Horseman on the right, going to get frozen with Mom's Bra. As you see Slack putting it basically on his head, dropping a bomb right between the two. Great usage right there. And he's going to wind up with a Headless Horse. Now that's really nice early on, so he's going to wind up with flying and extra movement speed. Question is, would that be worth replacing Mom's Bra for? We'll have to see. How much does Slack value flying? We're about to find out, because Mom's Bra is a pretty good item, honestly. Well, looks like there's your answer. Pony it is. Flying and movement speed increase, and like I said, Slack going to be the first onto his basement too, getting a Cellar, the expansion version. Wolv going to get super bandaged, a little bit of health up, and he'll be moving on right behind Slack here, who now needs an item room, or a key to get into his item room, I should say. Yeah, flying is very handy, at least all the way through the depths. Yeah, you can never go wrong with flying. Plus, you're probably going to find another space use item by then, so maybe it gets replaced. Who knows? Yeah, Headless Horse's Pony. You get the idea. Came off the Headless Horseman, therefore, yeah, you get the idea. Yep, and you get a charge attack on the space use item. Or with the space use of it, I should say. So we'll probably see that in the boss fight, would be my guess from Slack. Let's find out. He may not actually need it. Nope, there you go. Like I was saying, it'll charge you from one side of the room to the other, making you invincible the entire time and doing damage to anything in your path. And you just saw Slack utilize that real quick there, though it didn't really take out the flies, amazingly enough. He did seem to hit them, but it didn't really kill them. So that's kind of frightening. Either way, Wolv getting both the item room and boss fight. He'll be right behind Slack here. We got Spoonbender for homing shots. Diana's going to be happy. We got purple shots on the left side for Wolv. Oh, and for the first time tonight, we get to say, hey, to Famine. As Blue Famine has shown up, you see it'll kind of angle itself just slightly as it moves. Also, it's going to fire off a lot more shots later, but there you see if you have a Taku's chat add-on, you can see that Famine Hay emote. And Slack's still just looking for a key here to get into that second item room. Is going to go back and clear out a few extra rooms, so this will make up a little bit of time for Wolv here. And just probably this and maybe one more for Slack. He's going to have to get kind of lucky to get a key at this point. Oh, wow. Speaking of lucky, nice devil deal on Wolv's side. The Pact he's going to take. Wow, he's going to take them both. Lots of damage up. Both of those are damage up items. He got 3 soul hearts back out of the 4 red hearts that he spent between the two. Also got a shot speed increase and I believe a movement speed increase, if I remembered all the stats correctly. That was a lot of damage. Wow. Speaking of a lot more damage for Wolv, he also got cancer, which just doubled and overcapped his fire rate. That just became a heck of a carry run in about 2 rooms time for Wolv. So he's got nothing but blue hearts right now. It is a little bit of a risk. He can still pick up health ups in the form of red hearts, though. So again, at the end of floors, if he gets something like actual health up, that will still grant him another red heart, unless he overspent, which I've lost count on. I think he's good, though. Slack just picked up Common Cold, which not so common of an item, so it's kind of funny naming it. Either way, that gives you poison shots, so anything that you hit has a chance to get a damage over time poison afflicted to it. You'll see him turn green when that happens. Yeah, he's even at the moment? Okay. I thought he was even, but I wasn't 100% positive. It seemed like he had 4 hearts and spent all of them, so I wasn't 100% sure there, but good to know. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I say great move on Wolv's part, and it's going to pay off, especially with that cancer for that double fire rate. He's a machine gun at the moment, so that was huge help. Moving right on into that next boss fight, he's got, oof, man, green peep. Never fun. Ooh, really? Okay, that scared me. I thought Slack was going to take the Forget-Me-Now as he got into his item room as well. Forget-Me-Now would reset the entire floor that you're on, including getting rid of the pill itself, so one-time use to reset a floor. He would also, at that point, guarantee that he would not get the pony again, so no more flying, no more movement speed increase, no more charge. But he would get an entire new floor. A little bit late in a race to be taking that, and especially in a race, I don't know that you want to ever take that. Either way at this point, Slack's still looking for the boss fight, but Wolv just got through. And again, Wolv on Catacombs 2, 1 floor ahead, well, we'll give him half a floor at this point. He's just looking for a boss fight lead. But again, at this point, Wolv may be willing to skip over item rooms. He doesn't have a key anyways, so unless one happens to spawn on the way to the item room, he may be willing to skip them. But there you see that red health hit that Wolv did pick up, gave him 1 more red heart container like I was talking about. There's a split link to get into both of their channels again. A little bit of money in the secret room there for Slack, nothing real special. Well, he's up to 15 cents though. This could have turned out worse. He's a long way from that store, but it looks like he's going to backtrack and head on over to it in hopes of getting something like, oh, a blue candle might come in handy? Slack crossing his fingers, we're going to find out. Indeed. Oh, well, battery. Interesting. Huh. Alright, 9 volt it is. So quicker charge on your space use items. We'll see this come into play after he actually uses it, if he ever actually uses a space use item. Diana, wow. Double entendre Diana. Speaking of pills, I was just about to say Slack picking up a random pill that he'll hold on to for quite a while. That could turn into a full health later on. Speaking of pills, Wolv actually had a chance to get 4 of them there in a challenge room. Definitely not going to bother with that, though. That's a blood challenge room, honestly. So he could only get in there because he had 1 red heart. Jeez, Diana. And speaking of green peep, once again showing up on Slack's side. Though again, with that poison damage, shouldn't be too bad on him. Oh, Spazbot doesn't hit 500, I'd be shocked, quite honestly. I'd be real shocked if he doesn't. Alright, Wolv's still just looking for this boss fight here. Again, extending his lead pretty drastically at the moment. There's that key I was talking about, so he's planned ahead for the next 2 floors at this point. He's got plenty of keys. Speaking of that boss fight, nowhere else it could have been. So Wolv's got 1 more room to clear on Caves 2. So again, 1 full-on floor advantage right now. Headless Horseman also showing up for Wolv, so now this is going to get interesting. So do you replace a tarot card with flying and more movement speed? And I gotta imagine Wolv will, so he's gonna get the same flying ability that Slack's got at the moment. Stem cells on Slack's side, a little bit of health up and shot speed increase. So shot speed meaning movement speed of your shots on screen, by the way, not that you fire quicker. Technically you do, but whatever. Ooh, he's gonna take it. Wait, no, maybe. Nope, Wolv's gonna pass on it, never mind. Tarot card's going with Wolv. He's gonna look for teleporting cards and hope to save himself some time there. And of course, that first room, it's like, oh, you didn't want flying? You sure? Welcome to the game trolling Wolv right now. That's horrible. Either way, full-on floor lead at the moment on Wolv's side as well, so he is in Depths 1, Necropolis being the expansion version once again, so a few tougher enemies, lots of spiders. Yeah, are we sure they don't have the exact same run? Yeah. Sans the Devil Deal that's got Wolv the huge damage and shot speed advantage. It's pretty close. It's pretty close to being the same run. Because, yeah, it's literally, like, Slack's got the same amount of health minus the one floor that he's behind at the moment. So, yeah, it's pretty dead on the same run. What's up, Hottie? How you doing? And again, good to see everybody. Welcome into week number 8. Like I said, we're just starting off. We got 3 amazing races tonight. I'm not even trying to exaggerate that. I don't have to. Like, go look at the schedule on BOILeR.org. It's phenomenal tonight. So there are some great races coming up still. Alright, Wolv coming across this boss fight. Like I said, let's see how this pans out. He may be willing to skip over an item room here. And indeed, he's at least going to go in and kill it right now. He's got War, so we're going to see a second cube of meat show up at the end of this. That'll add on to the orbital that Wolv has got right now, blocking shots. You see that red cube floating around him. It's going to turn into a full-on head of Meat Boy, which is also going to, instead of just blocking shots, also fire out red shots from time to time. That do pretty decent damage. And let alone if that hits anything, it will also do contact damage. So speaking of boss fights, well, first let's telepill back out of that room and go a little bit back. Item room search, I assume, for Slack. He's almost got to find something here. Ooh, range down. Ugh, not what do you want. Either way, there's that second cube of meat and another Devil Deal on Wolv's side. Yeah, no thanks. Guppy's tail and a quarter. No and no. Totally unnecessary items right now, so he'll pass. Store's got nothing he needs. We'll take that heart, though. And again, Slack on the right side, finishing off the husk here real fast. Already about halfway through it, working on a full 4 hearts at the moment. He's hoping for a Devil Deal himself. He could use some sort of damage up or tear rate up, something at this point. Heck, Brimstone Knife would be kind of nice. Anything, any sort of combination of anything would be real cool right here. And, of course, no such luck, just Mom's Purse. A couple speed ups out of it, if nothing else. And a range up, so he's getting decent pills now. At least he's getting decent pills out of it now. Either way, Slack moving on to his Depths 1. Again, one full-on floor behind Wolv right here, who did skip over the item room on the last floor. Again, didn't really need it so much. And again, at this point, that build that he's got going, looking pretty nice. If he comes across boss fights, he'll just skip it here again. I'm sure that he will. Yeah, Wolv's got quite the overpowered run. Lots of damage up, lots of tier rate up. He's got one orbital that's firing out damage as well. And there's that item room again. With keys, he'll go right on into it. So moot point about what I said before. If you get the item room first, might as well go in. Why not? More power? Sure. Anything would be nice, so might as well. But like I was saying, if he didn't come across this, Wolv would have gladly skipped it. I'm quite sure of it. Ooh, Sun card. Now that's a nice find. That's why Wolv took the deck of cards with him. That may be the last card he needed, too, and indeed, well, maybe not. No, he's just going to make sure Mom's Pad doesn't show up again. Interesting. So Wolv's going to take the Sun card with him for the next floor. That'll be a full-on map reveal. It would be a full red art heal. He isn't going to need that. But it'll be a full heal, whatever. Also does damage to everything in the room, but the map is the very important portion of that. So Wolv will hang on to that in hopes that he gets an XL floor in the womb so that he can go directly to boss fights. Yeah, right, like why is it that when I play, I don't get runs like these without having to use the D6 excessively to get it to happen? Never happens this nicely for me. Anyway, Wolv flying right on along here, no thanks to the pill. He'll hang on to that Sun card. It would have replaced the card at that point, so no question about leaving that pill behind. Into a curse room, Slack can at least get his health back and a little bit more. And again, still moving on. He's got to kind of look for item rooms. He really needs a key to get into them, though. So again, Slack may just deal with the boss fight if he comes across it. It's going to be a lot of timing issues here. And now at this point, Wolv having found his boss fight, Slack, I gotta say, would skip that item room given the opportunity. At this point, he's forced into it with no key, but given the opportunity, finding a boss fight, he may just go directly for that now. Alright, Hermit Card would be teleported into your store. Wolv's already been in there, doesn't really need it, so he's just gonna go right on into his mom's foot fight. Bear with my lisp again, I'm missing a tooth now. Either way, you see the new tactic everybody's using, which is stand directly by the door here. Let her arm pop out, do all the damage with your orbital and your tears, and you kind of don't have to worry about the foot. It's just the door at that point. A couple of spawns may get in your way. But all in all, pretty safe method right here. And speaking of item rooms, Slack actually did come across his, though again, no key to get into it yet, so this is still a bit of an issue. Alright, not so much of an issue though, Wolv moving on. You see that crown. I was gonna say wait for the no crown emotes, but there they are already. So Wolv's gonna go ahead and pop that sun card and move straight on towards this boss fight. Oof, wow, that is a hell of a map. I would have gone directly to the right, honestly, if I would have seen that, but wow. So Wolv's got a long way to go around, at least getting some empty rooms here. Again, we raced through the Womb 2 in the regular season, and best 2 out of 3. So again, whoever takes out Mom's Heart first gets a point at the bottom of the screen. We reset both racers, and we go from scratch all over again. So believe me, nothing is ever over. Yep, I see everybody's post. If I can spell. There you go. Ooh, quad shot on Slack's side. Wow. Alright, so there's a way to get a little bit more damage up on your run. How about quad shot for you? Now Slack really just going to be looking for some boss fights here. I think quad shot writes itself. You can see the 4 shots on screen. Quad. Ah, go figure. Speaking of boss fight, coming across it. Wolv also finding the Ankh. That would respawn him as the blue baby with 3 soul hearts if he were to die. Gonna bomb on through his secret room, get yet another clear room before the boss fight, and work right on in to fight Drachnid here. Sorry, that's Daddy Longlegs. Just did link the chat add-on right up above. Excuse me. Yeah, in the postseason we go further, guys. Check out the YouTube, and then you guys can see last year's finals. Now, in the regular season, we only go to the Womb 2. Again, we do 16 races a week. I'm not making them 3-hour races each time. Keep in mind that I do all these myself, and I set everything up myself, so yeah. If you really think that I'm going to do, let's see. Oh, we could make that into 60 hours of commentary a week, most likely, right there. Minimally, I would say. Let alone all the stuff I have to do behind the scenes, which is give or take another 40, so about 100 hours a week. Yeah, no. Yeah, the players are on call with each other, actually. You can hear them talking to each other right at that link. By the way, we got Book of BOILeR on Slack's side. That'll be time and a half damage multiplier, whatever room he uses it in. So once again, great damage upgrade, especially with quad shot. Question is now, where do you find that boss fight? Because he's got some serious catching up to do. Wolv just looking for Mom's Heart at this point. There are no item rooms in the womb, no stores. There are secret rooms, super secret rooms. You may be able to get a library and arcade. But at the same point, you're really just looking for boss fights. For all intents and purposes, just boss fights. Oh god, move away from that. Alright, so Slack getting Guppy's Paw. There you see a huge health upgrade. Every single red heart container, empty or full, doesn't matter. Turns into 3 full soul hearts there for Slack. So he has got a lot of health now, all in the form of blue soul hearts. So again, no more red heart pickups for him. He can still get health up, but again, at the moment, like red hearts on screen, if they were to spawn at the end of this room, wouldn't do a thing for him. Yeah, I think Slack's got enough health going for him at this point. He's also holding on to telepills, which is a little bit of a risk, but we'll see if that doesn't happen to get used at some point on the next floor. Because again, he's got a lot of catching up to do, so he's going to have to hope to get a Ayamera room as soon as he hits the next floor. Alright, Wolf gonna show you exactly how to take out one of these mimics. Do not shoot, just walk right into them. If you have an orbital, they'll take damage from the orbital without ever shooting. And can we get a judgy please on Wolf's side with 15 cents? Like I said, there are ways that you can spend money, but you kinda just have to get lucky to find them either way. Let's see what judgy gives him. Oh, judgy please. Judgy health up, thank you. Exactly what Wolf was looking for at this point. So you'll gladly take that extra red health at this point. 2 red hearts for him now. And again, we got Slack working on Grey Mom over on the right side. Again, doing the stand by the door trick. Wolf finding a dead end, except for that arcade. He could go back there if he really needs to later on. He knows he has that option if nothing else. But he's going to head up to the top here, see if he can't find his mom's heart fight. All he's looking for right now, just that one boss fight. Pinky, I would give you a chance to add poison to one of your shots. He'll say no thanks, he'll take that double shot speed, no question. And about over to the right. Alright, so Slack moving on down to the womb again. No such luck actually getting an XL floor. I don't know if he was hoping for that either way, but yeah, it would have actually probably given him a little bit of a chance. How about that? That's what Slack was hoping for, was something like an Emperor card like Wolf just used. Direct teleport to your boss fight. He didn't have too far to go anyways, but moot point. Wolf teleported directly to his mom's heart fight, which is exactly what Slack needs 2 versions of right now. So Slack playing some catch up, Wolf looking to finish off this first of best of 3 here. Oh yeah, Wolf's down to 2 hearts, so you can still die, but keep in mind, like, you have to get kind of unlucky with the amount of damage he's pumping out right there, especially with just that 1 shot left to go. Even with that 1 shot firing at him, he was still plenty okay there. So again, very nicely done. Wolf with a very, very quick run, about sub 21 minutes, about 20 minutes, 45 seconds or so. And he has pushed one of our unbeatens to the brink of not being undefeated anymore. So a 1-0 lead for Mr. Wolv21, again, one of last year's finalists. So very nicely done, sir. Looking to move a little bit closer to Slack. We'll get both of them reset, though, as you see Slack's already doing. Give me a minute, give me about a minute or so here for ads. We'll be right back on the other side of that. And let me get you a link into both of their chats one more time real quick. So go say good job to both of them. Wish them both good luck for the next race. And there's the link for you. So go say what's up to them. Make sure to watch the ads on Wolf's side too. And I will be right back in about a minute or so. We'll get them both reset. And round number 2 will start momentarily. So be right back, guys. Thank you again for all the support. And be right back. Oh, thanks, Dashboard. I only had to click that 3 times. Weird. I think this thing just flat out freaking broke on me. Awesome. Like, hold on, let me refresh everything because I can't see anything moving right now. Lovely. There we go. Now I can actually see everything again. What an idea. All right, let's try this again. Switching back over to the other window because this just kind of hung itself up. Oh, hey, wrong window because, hey, why would that not switch my hotkeys? Awesome, great. Either way, moving back on over, we got round 2 just about to start here between Wolv21 and Slackaholicus. Sorry for the holdup on that one, but my dashboard decided, we're just going to break and not actually tell you we broke. So, thank you, Google Chrome, for not working. Anyways, like I said, welcome back to round number 2. So we got Wolv with a 1-0 lead over Slackaholicus right now. Slack going to look to even this up at a game apiece, force a pivotal game 3. Like I was saying, this is a huge matchup. If you guys go to BOILeR.org, you can check out the standings. You'll understand what I mean. 6-0 versus 5-2 in the same division, and Slack's got the 1-0 advantage on Wolv in the overall win-loss this year. So huge matchup right here for both of them. Wolv going to look to finish it off 2-0 though. Again, best of luck to both racers. We're racing through the Womb 2. And again, you guys are good to go whenever you're ready. Sorry for the hold up there. But again, we're racing through the Womb 2. Whoever takes out Mom's Heart first going to get a point at the bottom of the screen. So again, Wolv looking for a 2-0 win. Slack looking to even this up, forcing game 3. Good luck to you guys both. They're off and running. Ooh, interesting. D20. Not exactly what you want to see in a race. Any other situation, that's a great item to break your game, but not in a race situation. Oh, that casual non-raid. How you guys doing? Welcome, Raiders. Good to see you guys. Always appreciate it. How's everyone doing? And batting those raid hatches. Perfect timing, too, as you're just showing up for round number 2 starting off here, so welcome in, guys. And again, we got Wolv going into an item room. Nothing too good there. Teleporting remote. That could kind of help out if you were somebody like, let's say, Magic D250. He would take that in a heartbeat. I guarantee he would. Miter, not the worst thing to start with. So Slack's actually going to take this. That'll be a 50% chance that any red heart spawn will actually be a blue soul heart for him. Much easier to pick up. Lots of extra health up there. Hey, well, how about non-hello, non-raiders? Yeah, let's go with that. No, I'm kidding. Seriously, what's up, Raiders? Thank you guys and gals very much. Hope you guys enjoy this. Welcome in. Yeah, it's a question. Like in a race situation, sure, you got a 6.66% chance of getting an I am error room. Yeah, maybe you get it. Chances are you're not going to though. So I don't know. It's too risky. You kind of want damage up on a race situation. So I don't blame the resets on Wolv's side at all. Especially with nothing good in your cursor room. 1 up in the seeker room, not the worst thing. Slack moving on already to his basement too, so he's just looking for a key to get into that item room he's seen. Speaking of that damage up, how about that one? Damage up and health up with Stigmata for Wolv, so he'll be catching up to Slack very shortly now. Again, let me get you guys the link if I could find my mouse. There we go. Get you linked into both of their channels. Be sure to go in and wish both of these two luck, and definitely give the two of them support. Please, please, please. There's that key for Slack I was talking about. So he'll be working back on over to that item room. Pin about halfway dead. No bombs left for Wolv, so he has to kill it the old-fashioned way. And how about homing bombs? We got 5 extra bombs, 9 total now for Slack, plus the homing ability on them, so they will actually home in on enemies. Gotta be kind of careful with that. It's still an okay thing. It's great, especially in the last couple boss fights. It works out fine. We got Squeezy. Speaking of things that work out fine, a little bit of health up and fire rate increase for Wolv. So he'll be moving on to his caves, Cellar 2, which is Basement 2. I always want to call that caves. Do that every time, I swear. Oh, and the stairs thing is a glitch in Final Fantasy IV. Myself and Bro Centra run it. I ran the run itself last night if you go back in my highlights. And of course, being that, as you can see in chat, we already have people doing it. Everybody say, to Famine, as he's shown up yet again. So Slack will get a cube of meat momentarily to float around him, block some shots, and hopefully turn into a little bit of an increased piece of Meat Boy there. We'll get to that later on. Wolv hoping for some sort of key, though not in the center of the room if at all possible. Has his item room, though, no chance to get into it yet. Just gonna look for that key. There's that miter coming into play for Slack as he gets another soul heart pickup. Ooh, Blue Baby Soul. Interesting trinket pickup. So you can see it actually took the 1 up from behind Wolv on the left side there and is making it follow him around the room in a very odd pattern. That will take 3 straight followers that you get there and lead it around the room just like that. You can see it shooting out purple homing shots as well. So it does damage. It's not the worst thing ever. If you got Demon Baby, it's actually kind of a huge help. I like that combination. but kind of rare to do so. Either way, question mark soul, you can see what it does. It can help you. It can also get really confusing. You got to be real careful with that. It is a very odd pattern compared to what else you normally do. Like, that doesn't normally come into play too much until it starts shooting your bombs at you. Like I said, you do have to be careful with it, so when you're not paying attention, you're looking at all the other stuff in the room, and you're not really thinking about it, place a bomb down, next thing you know, you're shooting a bomb directly into yourself. It doesn't work out good 90% of the time, I'll let you know right now. Alright, so we're finishing off Blighted Ove. I'm gonna head down to his caves. Now he gets an XL floor again. That'll be 2 floors jammed together into one. Caves 1 and Caves 2 are here. So that'll give him both his item rooms and both of his boss fights, which actually, the boss fights will be combined together back to back. So we'll have to see how he plays this. If he finds his item rooms first, it won't matter. If he comes across the boss fights, though, we'll have to see how he plays this. So again, Slack really hoping to come across his special rooms here. He's only got the one other direction to check now, so he'll be looking for item room and boss fight here. If you listen to how Famine actually talks, he actually says hey all the time, just like I imitate. No, Abel still works the exact opposite way that you do. Abel will not work with Blue Baby Soul that way. So speaking of item rooms, Wolv's still looking for a key. And no such luck yet. And speaking of item rooms, Slack also coming across his, though does have a key to get into it. I'll have to find out what he's got there momentarily, as Wolv continues the search here. So he's got one of his 2 item rooms. Still, well, actually, he's got to get 2 keys on this floor. I take back what I said. We got Spider Butt on the right side for Slack, and he's going to take a whiff. That'll slow down everything in the room and damage it as well. And speaking of things that he can actually damage, how about a boss fight for Slack, getting Yellow Peep here. So lots of extra urine. You see homing bombs taking effect, actually chasing after Peep, even while it's in the air. Yeah, death is a restart, correct. Alright, strength card on Wolv's side would be +1 to every stat for the room that you're in. And again, with that key, you're going to head on back down for this first of 2 item rooms. We'll have to see what he gets here. Excuse me. Also got a store right handy. Celtic Cross, not the greatest thing. If you get hit, you got, I believe, a 33% chance that will spawn a 5-second damage shield for you. So you'll be invincible for the next 5 seconds randomly every time that you get hit. Not the greatest thing, but hey, it's a little bit more defense, so could help. I've seen worse things happen. It saved my butt a few times, so honestly, it's not the worst thing. Well, Wolv knows how to get another key if he absolutely needs it, though has no bomb to get into there either. He's running really low on expendable items here. And there's that second item room, so Wolv with the key to get into it already, thankfully, is going to be able to get straight in after he clears out these last 2 enemies here. How about another key and 2 more bombs? Nice room right there, actually. Oh, wow, really nice room. The odd mushroom, his fire rate will cap all the way out. He'll drop a little bit of damage. It's about 1 effective damage that he drops. So now Wolv has got a real machine gun fire rate once again, and he's just looking for 2 back-to-back boss fights. Speaking of boss fights, Slackaholicus on the right side just coming across his for Caves 2. So again, with an advantage right now, Slack has found that boss fight. We're going to have to see what he does with the rest of the floor here. I think he's done with it, though, quite honestly. That Curse of Darkness makes it real hard to see the rest. Nope, he's going to head back. He knows he's got a very slight lead on Wolv at the moment, so I'm sure that he's willing to spend a little bit of time. Pride, not what you're looking for. That's a lot of extra time wasted now. And speaking of strength card, there's another one with all stats up, or increased by 1, I should say, for the room used in by Slack. And now he's heading back on into that boss fight. And Husk will go down very quickly. This is a real easy boss to kill. There you see that one-time use of the, Spider Butt there for Slack. Wolv's still backing up looking for this boss fight. Boss fights, plural, pardon me. Ooh, a little bit of health up, very nice. So Wolv will spend a little bit of time gambling as Slack just about done with Caves 2 here. 1 more penny. Yeah, item box for Slack. So he's going to get the burnt penny. As he picks up coins, has a chance that'll spawn a bomb for him. Temperance is a blood machine, and wherever he drops that, Slack is going to go back. I'll be damned. I figured he might take his run the way he's got it, but he's going to go back for looking for that item. Wow, seriously. Wolv is going to have to full clear this Caves XL just to get to his boss fights. Ouch. This is where XL floors really come back to haunt you. Oh man, it's still going. This floor is insane. Oh, come on, really? Really on this floor? What's up, Craigon? How you doing? Alright, so there you see Celtic Cross enacting. You can actually see that damage shield circles around you. Gives you 5 seconds of invincibility for Wolv. Wow, where does this floor end? My goodness, this XL floor is insane for Wolv right now. There's Slack's item room and a curse room, so we'll have to see if he uses both of these. There's the 2 boss fights. Wolv finally finds them here. That floor was insane. 5 extra bombs and poison ability on the bombs for Slack now, so he's going to be happy with that. On into the curse room, a couple extra pills. Ooh, not even going to bother, I'll be damned. I figured with 2 of the same, he may actually see what they were, but no such luck. There's that burnt penny coming into effect for Slack. 1 bomb spawned after he picked up a coin. Now the floor was a tarp. Yeah, so 34 room XL floors, huh? Yeah, we got a caves that'll probably get dang near to that. So you see Slack's going to use up that strength card and actually get some money, and bombs for that matter, out of using up parts that don't actually exist. So here come all the bombs. Burnt penny to the rescue. Here you see Green Peep just about done on Wolv's side. He's going to have 1 more boss fight after this, keep in mind. Couple more bombs. 18 now for Slack. Very nice there. And he's going to move right on to Depths 1. So he's got about a 1-room lead at the moment on Wolv, who's fighting Chad at the moment. He's going to get Little Chad as a reward. Whoever couple rooms that Wolv finishes off will spawn a half a red heart for him. So we got a little bit of healing involved here. Right now, Slack just barely building on his lead. Wolv almost done with the caves. Just about to catch up onto the depths. Same floor. Alright, like I said, there's Little Chad. Moving on down to the depths. Uh-oh, another loading screen for Wolv? Could it be? Yeah, he's like, oh, come on, really? Yeah, there's the flash. This could still be an XL. It's taking a little too long, though, so at this point, I think it's not. But, wow, this loading... Yeah, no. Normal loading screen probably means normal floor. Ouch to this, though. So it's just like, come on. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, wow, it did. Curse of the Labyrinth. Another XL floor. So Depths 1 and Depths 2 combined for Wolv. Wow. I didn't think that was going to give him the XL, but there's your proof. I was talking to one of the racers last night that it can still give that to you. There's your proof. It still happens, guys. Either way, Slack coming across his item room for Depths 1. Again, Wolv is going to have 2 item rooms, 2 back-to-back boss fights here on the Depths. So this is all about timing now. Interesting. Ooh, how about the tick? Yes, indeed. Alright, so tick cannot be replaced as a trinket for Wolv. That'll give him an automatic 15% damage to boss fights. It'll heal him for 1 red heart when he walks into those boss fights as well. Again, we're only going to the womb too, so you don't have to get the Polaroid. Don't worry about it. Again, Lemon Mishap on the... wow, seriously? Lemon Mishap on the right side for Slack. He doesn't want any part of that. It spills, quote-unquote, lemonade on the floor. Anything that walks through it would do damage. Not that big of a deal, though. He'll take Spider Butt with him, and immediately finds his boss fight for Depths 1, so kind of an advantage brewing for Slack here. And again, gonna get Wars, so that'll be that second cube of meat that'll float around him, doing damage and blocking shots as an orbital. Here you see the strength card increased all of his stats, including Slack's health by 1. So he'll do a lot more damage to War here. Yeah, some real stinky lemonade, man. Again, Wolv just going to look to catch up. He's going to have back-to-back boss fights. It's a matter of if he finds those 2 item rooms on the way to them, and man, that's going to be a tough call. He's got an interesting enough build. I don't know if he'd be happy enough with it yet, but it's all about timing in these races, so we're going to have to see. Alright, Slack moving on down to Necropolis, which is basically your Depths 2, just the expansion version. It will not show you the number on there if you get the expansion version, but that is Depths 2 in his case. So again, even though it looks like they both have XL, Slack is in the lead, being that he is on Depths 2. Wolv on both Depths 1 and Depths 2, but has not found any of the 4 special rooms yet. Yeah, Word doesn't say, hey, he just face plants it with his horse. He's not as cool. And by the way, for those wondering, yes, Spider mod, Spider, get the connection right there. Yeah, that's legit, by the way. Just gonna point that out for anybody that's gonna be like, oh yeah, right. No, yeah, that's legitimately him. So. Alright, so Wolv's still just looking for these 2 item rooms, 2 boss fights. Again, I'm really curious. If he comes across the boss fights, I really want to know what he'd do here. I'm really curious about the strategy involved. Again, Slack finding nothing but dead ends. Bombed right back out of the room by the enemies. Thank you very much. Again, down at 1.5 hearts on his side, so looking a little sketchy. I wouldn't worry too much yet, but if you keep getting rooms with nothing but these masks in them, I would start worrying more. Again, Slack knows what boss fight he's going to get at the end of this floor, but that doesn't reassure you anymore here. Again, Wolv holding on to a 1-up, so he's got a little bit more safety than it even looks like at the moment. Oh, hi, Spaz. Good morning. My cat's awake. By the way, Slack at 1/2 heart, Sketchville. Couple more keys. There's that heart spawning out a little chat on Wolv's side. Wow, still finding nothing. What is with these XL floors not being bros to Wolv? This is starting to get a little excessive. Oh, God, that was a little too close on that trap. Oh, man. That spike trap. Slack, getting so close to it. Don't scare me like that, man. Alright, Wolv doing a great job killing off these knights. There's Slack's item room for Depths 2. So again, big advantage on Slack's side if you can hang on to not having health here. Ooh, like I said, alright, here comes the question I was looking to have answered. If Wolv comes across his 2 boss fights, what happens? Ooh, about some health up. The relic every 4 rooms that Slack clears would spawn 1 full blue soul heart for him. So another easy way to get some health up. He's also got the miter, so that should be lots of blue hearts. Again, if they spawn in troll spots like he saw right there, it doesn't help you. But, yeah, you get a lot of blue hearts. So that answers my question. Wolv gonna go looking for at least one of the 2 item rooms here. Don't really blame him, honestly. Ooh, Onk. Perfect timing on that. Yes, hi. We're in the middle of a race, Cat. Hi. I can't do spaz cam right now. I love you. There's that item room for Wolv. One of the 2 on this floor again. Ooh, a little bit of range up. Mom's lipstick. Not the greatest thing ever. Will he go for the second one or just back to the boss fights? Cat? Seriously. A little bit more range up in the room right next to it with Mom's heal, so 2 straight Mom items. So Wolv getting lots of range. Again, Ankh, really, really key timing on Slack's side right there. If and when he dies, that would spawn him back to life as the blue baby. So that was kind of sort of reassurement of, if I get hit again, I'm not that screwed. So that was a huge fist to the sky moment there for Slack. That had to feel great. Oh, speaking of that, yeah, bud lickers, never bros in rooms where they can move randomly. So, again, Slack back to life as the blue baby right now. He's got 2 ways that can spawn soul hearts for him, so he can still get a lot of health up on this run. And Wolv gonna say, forget the other item rooms, we're going for the boss fights here. So he's gonna go on, fight Monstro 2, get the very quick jumping version of it. Let's fast call the race. Catnip. Catnip treats. Meow, meow, meow. Catnip, give me. That'd basically be the extent of every single race call. Yeah, it was an odd boss location. Like, I'm not sure that I've seen one set up like that, where it was in the dead center and then, like, further along on that over in the right. Like, this is a very odd floor that Wolv has got. Like, this has got to get, like, highlighted out or something. This is a very, very odd floor. It's still better than Tim McCarver. We got a strike here. Okay, moving on to the Mom's Foot. Ooh, blue Mom. So expansion level enemies going to spawn. We got jumping, splitting spiders, greed heads, bud lickers, you name it. All sorts of nastiness going to spawn on this one. There's the jumping spider. You see the 2 splitting spiders already. Watch out when the foot comes down. She'll make those split and hit you. It's nasty. High Priestess card for Slack will actually give him one-time use of Mom's Foot dropping down out of the sky. By the way, let's keep getting those judgy pleases. Oh my. How about a blue candle for the blue baby on Slack's side? Oh my. You want to watch how overpowered this is in the mom fight? You can hit the closed doors with the blue candle. Judgy, thank you. Oh my. So again, hitting the doors, you can see Slack has now given himself an advantage here. Wow. Huge, huge help right there. There you see, very nicely done. Magic 8 Ball's mismark, that is actually shot speed increase. Oh wow, Sun card full-on reveal of the map of the floor. Damage to everything in the room. Oh, he gets a Womb 1. Very nice though, there you see the full-on map reveal. Slack will be moving right towards that boss fight. You can see there are no item rooms, no stores. All you're looking for are the boss fights, and Slack needs to catch up. Again, in the lead on this one, what I meant to say was he's looking to tie it up in one apiece, so this is turning out very nicely for him so far. Gonna bomb straight on through the Secret Room. Money's kind of moot point, but again, bombing straight on through. One more room to clear, and he'll be right onto his Womb 1 boss fight already. So you want to talk about a quick change of events? You want to see how people can come back very quickly? How about a full-on floor advantage in about 10 seconds time made up for Slack as he's onto his Womb 1 boss fight? Wolv just finishing off Mom's Foot, gonna move on to his Womb 1 as well. Like I said, things can change in an instant, guys and gals. Like, this gets really, really random, and that's the beauty of it all, quite honestly. A little bit of speed up as the belt's picked up on Slack's side, moving on to the Womb 2. Ouch, Utero is actually the expansion version of the floor. That might be a thing to consider later on, so Mr. Squeezy's sitting in that Blood Challenge room for Slack. I'm not saying take it now, but that would be an extra 2 health for him if he desperately needs it, so he may hold on to that for a little bit later. So Slacker's gonna hold on to that thought and remember that's sitting there. He may or may not be back. But again, with having to make up time, he knows he's okay at the moment, so especially with that blue candle, if he can get all the way to his mom's hard fight without taking damage, he won't even worry about it. Plus you can see Relic spawned one for him right there. And every 4 rooms it'll do the same thing, let alone any red heart that does spawn, 50% chance that it's a blue heart. So any of this health up right here is huge for Slack. And again, the Polaroid, every time that Slack gets hit, because he has no red hearts, means a 5-second damage shield. So he's looking pretty good for himself right now. Carry Candle doing some work. If Slack finds telepills, I guarantee he wouldn't take him. I pretty much guarantee he wouldn't take him. Speaking of, he won't even look at pills. He doesn't even care what they are. He isn't even going to touch them. Pretty much guarantees just looking for Mom's foot or Mom's heart at this point. He's cleared enough of Womb 2. He wants no part of Shale. How about an Eternal Heart? With the blue baby, that would actually just be a blue heart. But moot point, it's still health. Yeah, the Fool's a teleport card. Anything in the womb, like let's say you got a Fool card, that'll teleport you still to the first floor of the room. But if you have something like, let's say, the Stars card, which would take you to the item room, there is no item room, so that becomes a random teleport. And again, we've seen Ataka use that. He hit the Womb 2, hit his Stars card, teleported directly into his mom's hard fight. So it can work out very nicely for you from time to time. It really can. But then we've seen Magic use random telepills on the Womb 2, get an Ayamera room, and have to make a rule on the spot that he had to go kill Shale off. So it can go either way. Alright, so we got an arcade on Slack's side, though yet another dead end. Again, he's got a lot of money. If he did need to go back there and gamble, he has that opportunity. And Magic's trying to reproduce it, by the way, guys, so there's a good chance that'll happen again this year. Alright, a little bit more health up. Slack found his mom's heart fight, and he's going to move right on in. So again, you see the homing bombs with poison effect on him. Going to move right on into the center, take out mom's heart. And Slack's really good about dropping multiple bombs. You're going to see him drop 2 each time. He loves doing this. That gets a lot of extra damage in there, let alone make sure that you're getting that poison effect on everything. But very, very nice bomb placement. Already halfway through this mom's hard fight on the second spawn. That's the blue candle and poison bombs for you. It's ridiculous when you do that. Yeah, I think Wolv may know what's going on here and may just kind of be like, yeah, you know. On that note, we got about 10% more health on Slack's side, so E-A-G-L-E-S. Oh, you get the idea. Eagles win, so we've got ourselves a 1-1 tie, a pivotal Game 3 coming up as Slack is going to look to stay undefeated, move to 7-0 on the year. Wolv going to look to knock him out of the ranks of the undefeated, move a little bit closer to him in the standings. So again, pivotal Game 3 coming up momentarily. Give us a little bit over a minute. We'll get these guys both reset. Let me get you the split link into both of their channels. Go in and say great races so far, and my God, let's get ready for race number 3, guys and gals. But go into both of their channels, say what's up to them both. We'll be right back in about a minute's time. We'll get them both reset, and we'll be right back with you. Thank you again for all the support, guys. Be right back. Alright, well, being that I'm pretty well convinced that my dashboard is broken, I can't tell when my ads end anymore, so I can't even tell if they're running or not, so whatever, it should be clear at this point, so I'm gonna flip back on over. Yeah, for those that don't know, by the way, Cobalt's got every right to do this. He asked me beforehand. It's totally cool, by the way, so he's not stealing viewers in any way, shape, or form. He's promoting everything about this, so... No, he asked me in the first place. It's totally cool. Don't even worry about it, guys. It's totally cool. Either way, moving back on over, we got race number 3 just about to start, so I'll give you a little second to head back on over there. No, seriously, it's totally cool, guys. Either way, though, got round number 3 just about to start between Wolv21 and Slackaholicus. Again, sorry that for whatever reason I can't tell when my ads don't end, so it's probably going to take a little bit of extra time tonight as I don't pay attention. Either way, good luck to you guys both. I know you can both hear me, so whenever you guys want to start, feel free to do so. But again, we have a pivotal Game 3. We got undefeated Slackaholicus on the right, looking to stay so. We got Wolv21 looking to get some revenge from his loss to Slack earlier this year. Whoever wins this matchup through the womb 2, whoever kills Mom's Heart first, is going to get that win. Ooh, another spider butt here, and we're off and racing, by the way. Again, good luck to you both. Again, let me get the split link for everybody so you can get into both of their channels. And again, for that matter, if you want to hear Cobalt doing this, just to prove that I have literally zero issue with this, let me link him up here. Cobalt Streak. If I could spell. Haha, I didn't spell Cobalt Steak for once. Yes. Either way, Cobalt's doing it too, so head on over there. Gives him a nice little time off. He's doing 10 hours a night. Like, it gives him a nice little chance to just kind of sit back and chill, and he wanted to watch the race anyways, so it works out beautifully. Either way, like I was saying, moving on, we got a couple of resets. There's no real great items have shown up yet, so we'll see what the first of the good ones are here. Both of these guys going to look for some, a little bit of damage up most likely, to be able to get off and running here. Little Gish. Now, that's a good way to get some damage up and some tar shots for Wolv. He's going to take that and be very happy right on back over towards this boss fight. So again, you see the follower Little Gish behind Wolv. Like I said, those tar shots going to slow everything that they hit down, or at least give it a chance to be slowed down. There you see the tar effect, blackens everything, makes him shoot slower too, and move slower. Bomb bag, another reset on Slack's side. Not so happy with the start yet, though. He's going to have to find something real quick to settle on. Oh, and the worst part, I keep on saying, like, dude, he ought to make, like, you know, like, I support cobalt steaks. Nothing but the finest cuts of meat. You know, like, I could totally see him doing it. Like, have, like, Moscow do the voiceover for it, but, like, cobalt on video. It'd be great. Ooh, how about that teleport into a devil deal, though? Nothing really spectacular in it for Slack, and he's going to say no thanks to it. So again, Guppy's Tail and Book of Sin in there. I wouldn't have spent a heart on either of them, honestly. So I don't blame Slack. He's going to move on and look for this item room. Hopefully something good comes out of this. I'm telling you, get Moss to do the voiceover, it'd be perfect. Oh, well, that's a good way to start. How about that fist in the air? It's stabby time on the right. Uh-oh. So, Mom's Knife, huge, huge, huge. That's about a 2 times damage multiplier right at the get-go, plus you get about 3 hits on it if you throw it correctly, let alone you're going to see the stabbing involved. Just watch this boss get melted. Say hi to Famine really quickly. Hey, bye. Gone. How about a cube of meat for Slack? So that's going to be 1 orbital floating around him, and moving right on down to basement 2. Uh-oh. Alright, Curse of the Lost will add a couple extra rooms onto this floor for Slack, though again, early on, not going to be the worst of things. You possibly pick up a couple keys like you just saw, maybe it helps you a little bit for later on. It's pretty easy rooms. And speaking of boss fights, alright, now comes the real fun. Will Slack just flat out skip over his item rooms? He's at least going to go kill the boss right now, hoping that he... Wow, look at this. And done. So all he's got to do is clear this 1 extra fly. He may skip item rooms. How about that crown? Pageant boy, a little bit of money. And yep, we're going to skip item rooms. Slack does not care. He is very happy with his knife already. Moving right on down to Caves 1, an advantage over Wolv, who is fighting the room previous to where Slack is at right now. How about a Demon Judgy, please? Nope. Demon Judgy, you stole my heart. You took my heart. And then my money. And then my life. Literally. No. Bastard. Oh, well, how about an Emperor card for Slack? Now he can teleport directly to another boss fight. Speaking of boss fights, how about another boss fight for Slack as well, as he moves directly onto his Caves 1 boss right now. For 3 minutes and 30 seconds, by the way. I would like to point that out. I can see the timer on Slack's stream. Which, really quick, let me give you the link to get to both of them, because this one may fly at this rate. Oh my. So again, there's that health back for Slack already. He's got no range on that knife, which really sucks, so you have to be real careful about what you do there. A little bit of health up. And, yes indeed, gonna move right on down to Caves 2 right off the bat, with an item room attached to the first room. My god. Sub 4 minutes, Mr. Mega, couple extra bombs, and a blast damage increase now for Slack as well. Uh-oh, I think chat died on me. Uh-oh. Well, that may be a thing. Either way, if that's the case, we'll figure something out soon. Because, yeah, everything died on my side. That's fun. Oh, wow, chat explosion. There it went. Holy god. Chat just went all over the screen for me right there. Wow. Alright, so again, Slack just looking for boss fight. Found a store, if nothing else. Does have 9 cents. That may actually be a consideration. And yeah, he is gonna... Oh, it's great, I'll be damned. Alright, so never mind. I was gonna say, maybe you find something like a half-price compass, half-price map, maybe. You could get something good out of that, but how about a little extra money? 15 cents now. Again, no keys left for Slack, so we'll see how this pans out. We got Pestilence on the left side for Wolv. He'll wind up with a cube of meat, again, just like Slack has floating around him. There's that key back that Slack just spent, so this worked out okay. Speaking of Pestilence, how about the quick way to kill it? Stabbing it. So again, the second cube of meat showing up for Slack momentarily here. So you're about to see the 2 different levels side by side once again. Here's the second cube. That'll get you that entire face of Meat Boy. You see the wiggle effect. Love that. Oh, wow, really? Really? How about an XL floor for Slack? Yep, how about those Emperor cards directly into your 2 boss fights on the depths at 5 minutes and 29 seconds, I would like to point out. Oh my god. Alright, so Little Gish will be the result. You see that on Wolv's side already, as Slack is fighting Gish here and ripping on through him. This is ridiculous at the moment, guys. Seriously, a ridiculous run brewing at the moment. There's Little Gish. Which side? That side is actually Mom's Foot, so beautiful find right there. Slack gonna rip on through the original version, gray Mom's Foot. We got Bob's Rotten Head, one-time poison bomb throw there for Wolv. He'll use that to get back out of the room into his store. Ladder not so worth the money, sadly. Again, he's on Caves 1 at the moment, not on a bad run time-wise, but wow, just the knife and the luck that Slack is having right now. There's that item room for Wolv. Like I was saying, doing very good to keep up very timely, the best he can do. A little bit of range, exactly what Slack could be looking for there. As now his knife can travel further away from him, make it a little safer. And on into the womb already at 6 minutes, 26 seconds, moving into the womb. Let's see, we got the sack of penny on Wolv's side, so every couple rooms that'll spawn a coin for Wolv. Not the greatest? Yeah, exactly. That's up, Kicking. How you doing? This is seriously just a ridiculous time going at the moment. Like, unbelievable. What we do to win, whoever wins is whoever gets through Mom's Heart at the end of Womb 2 first. It could be Utero 2, depending on if you get the expansion version of the floor. But we take out Mom's Heart, and in the playoffs we go a little bit further each round, but we'll get there when we get there. That's a long way off. Playoff-wise, like I said, that's months away right now. So, for the time being, and speaking of boss fights, in the womb, there's nothing but boss fights. So you got no item rooms, no, none of that stuff to look for. You're just looking for the boss fights like Slack has been the entire run. 7 minutes, 18 seconds as he gets into his Womb 1 boss fight. This is ridiculous. This is an insane time. And again, with, like, no item rooms picked up for the most part here. Ooh, perfect placement on that. 1 or 2 more hits on this horse ought to take care of him. He's just roasting this game with this knife at the moment. Insane. Any crazy stuff happened this week? This run right now. It's our first run of the week, and this is happening right now. So, sub 8 minutes right here to get through Womb 1, possibly. Yes, indeed. 7 minutes, 53 seconds on the kill. Oh, how about that? 3-piece Meat Boy. Interesting. So moving on to the Womb 2 here. One more boss fight to find for Slack. He's got 3-piece Meat Boy. You will see Dirt Boy kicking some bombs around. Oh god, the place that he's in right now. There you go. Get out of there. 1.5 hearts left. Make that 2.5 now. Alright, so again, Slack kind of low on item pickups here. He skipped a lot of item rooms, but again, at 8 minutes and 20 seconds right now. Just looking for one more boss fight. That's all he needs here. And again, looking to stay in the ranks of the undefeated with him and Cobalt Streak. They're the only 2 left, and Slack was down 1-0 here, so this could be a hell of a turnaround if this works out. But still not over yet by any means. Speaking of, we got a dead-end room here with I was going to say with a couple of laser eyes, and there's one of the damage. Ouch. So 1.5 hearts at the moment. Still living risky. Alright, which way do you choose? How about over to the right side this time? Let's see what we get this way. Oh, how about that extra half a heart? I don't know if he wanted that or not. I'm going to find out. Again, Slack gonna keep moving on over to the right. Pill in the middle, he doesn't have anything. Wolv's found his item room here on Caves 2. Again, we're at 9 minutes, 12 seconds at the moment, so still a damn fast run on Wolv's side, by all means. It's not like he's slacking, no pun intended, with the name on the right, but it's not like Wolv is slacking at the moment, by any standards. Slack, however, may be coining the term slacking. Wow, really? How about an Emperor card to teleport directly into your boss fight? How about a little bit more health up because the game is just being nice at this point? Hit it. Go for it. Into Mom's Heart. Slack looking to win this one 2-1. Unbelievable on the luck on this run. Are you kidding me right now? Are you just absolutely kidding me with this run? Can he get this sub 10 minutes is the question. He's got 10 seconds to go to do it. Make that 5 seconds. Can he get it done in time? I think he's going to, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, he did. Wow, sub 10-minute run, ladies and gents. We have a new record in the league this year. 9 minutes, 58 seconds. Wow. Sub 10-minute run by Slackaholicus to remain undefeated at 7-0. Are you kidding me on that? Are you absolutely kidding me on that run?